Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about some tips and tricks for Elite Dangerous. Now when I first got this game I really didn't know anything about it and I was kind of overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that you can do in this game. And I slowly learned a couple different tips and tricks. So I'm going to go ahead and compile them all into this video. The first one I'm going to be talking about is the little crosshair that's above the radar to the right. It helps with navigation for things that aren't on the radar. As you can see, there is this little yellow rectangle. When you navigate close to it, it shows your location. When it's solid color, it's in front of you. Go ahead and turn around. Hopefully I don't hit the damn sun. Whenever it's not filled in, that means it's behind you. It's just a helpful little thing that when you exit out of a hyperdrive, your system is not on the radar, so it's kind of confusing where to find it, and this is the easiest way to do so. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to be talking about is alignment and automatic thrusting. On your left hand side of the screen you can see alignment, distance, and speed. This shows how far you are away from your target and how fast you need to be and how close you need to be before you can exit Super Cruise. On the right hand side of your radar you can see your thrust, and there's a little blue bar. If your thrust was within the blue bar, it will automatically thrust for you. It will slow down for you. Now if you're coming in too hot before you set this, it will pass it up, so hopefully that does not happen since I did not have it set before. But it slowly slows down for you so that you can kind of just sit back and relax and you don't really have to worry about your thrust. In the alignment box on the left you can see two bars slowly getting close to the blue area. Once they're both in the blue, you can exit Super Cruise. So as they approach there, you can see that we're getting closer. The blue bar, I'm not messing with the thrust at all. It is doing it itself. It's slowing down for you, which is very helpful. Now mind you, this is not the most efficient way to get there as fast, but it is the easiest way, and quite frankly, if you want to do something else while traveling between systems, this is probably the best way to do it. Once both bars are in the blue, you can go ahead and exit Super Cruise. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is how to find the landing dock on these starports. This one, when I first started playing, I spent a lot of time just flying around the damn thing trying to find out where the hell the landing dock was. It was kind of a pain in the ass until I realized that the station is always rotating in one direction. If it's rotating in clockwise like you see now, that means the starport is on the bottom part. So what you want to do is flip around. When it is rotating counterclockwise as it is now, that means the starport is on the top. It always rotates around the entrance. It'll never rotate from the entrance, I guess you would call it. So that's just a helpful little tip on how to find the entrance there. As you can see now, entrance is coming up right on the top. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about is boost and flight assist. The flight assist is something that helps you with staying stable. When you turn it off, your ship kind of goes out of control because there's no anti-thrusters to level you out, which can be helpful when trying to maneuver in battles. What's another little thing you can do is turn your flight assist off and boost. This way you are always at top speed. It is a little bit harder control, but you will not have to boost over and over again. You will stay at your ship's top speed, and it's really helpful for getting to locations very quickly and also for getting away from people. Now the flight assist, if you turn it off during combat, you can go away from your opponent, turn your thrust off, and then rotate around backwards. As you can see, the stars flying by indicating which direction you're going. Now I am flying backwards. At this point the ship would be chasing me and I could literally shoot at it while I'm flying away from it. That way it won't be able to get around me and I'll be able to take its ass out. Now this is something that requires a little bit more skill than just normally flying, but once you master this you can really kick some ass. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is a program called Voice Attack. Now this isn't really part of the game, but it can be very useful for this game. For those of you that don't have a flight stick or just have trouble finding your buttons while you have your Rift on, this will emulate keystrokes with your voice, which can be extremely useful. Now I've set mine up to sound like Gladys from Portal 2. Hello, Gladys.
Hello again.
Now I've set up some voices that I ripped off Portal 2 as well, just to add some immersion. Now she is actively listening. I can say things like engine boost, and it'll activate my engine boost, which is really nice. Now with voice attack, you can set up any key you want that you have bound to the game with any voice you want. You are going to have to do some voice training so that it recognizes you. It's very simple to set up though. It's pretty much self-explanatory, and it's an extremely useful program. Bye, Gladys.
Goodbye, sir.
Alright guys, so the last thing I want to talk about is this trading website. There are multiple different trading websites on the internet. This just so happens to be the one I use, mainly because there's an Android version that you can get from right here. If you have an Android phone, this is very helpful. When you're in game, you can pop your phone out, find out where the best trades are, find locations of things. As you can see here, I'm just going to show the web version off. There is also a Windows version you can download. If you're coming from Ibutis to Allen, you can set in how much cargo space you have, how much money you have, and hit search. It will then pop up the best things that you can get right here. If I buy fish, I will profit around $9,000. This is usually pretty close to how much you'll make. It also shows when it was last updated. You can also go to Com Mods, which allows you to search for certain things. There are missions within the game that require you to find certain things, like if it asks for natural fabrics, you can go ahead and hit search, and it will show you the locations where you can buy them and sell them. So this really helps out on those. And of course there's station stock, which shows what each station has. Now this is updated by the community. As you go to a station, when you're using the Windows version, it'll update what's in the station. So this is pretty damn accurate, since things do change in the game. Alright guys, so that's about all for the tips that I've learned so far. If you guys know any tips that I did not mention here, please post them below. If you have any comments or questions about the things I talked about, post that below as well. If you like this video and would like to see more videos, please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys.